coming to you, Captain Awesome's Fish Room, Jeff Chroma's Bro Vibe, bringing you a video. Really excited about today's video because I haven't done a video like today's video in a very long time, and to be honest, it was just well overdue. As you can see, our little box filter with the bio bale in it, doing great, chugging along, and sorry, brain farted. Odin is doing fantastic. My Trimac there. You can see him. Look, picture perfect. Doody doody doo doo. I love you. But yeah, today's video is going to be a cool video. I'm going to show y'all how to build something. Look at that lotus, by the way, guys. Holy moly macaroni. Woo! Good God Almighty. Look at that lotus. But yeah, I'm going to show y'all how to build something. I'm going to show y'all the supplies you need. I'm going to show you it built, but I'm not going to show you it working because I want to build up anticipation and I want y'all to come back to my channel and view more of my videos. So we're going to get it all built up today. I'm going to show y'all everything y'all need as far as how to build it, what to build it with, what you can and can't use, and we'll go from there. But of course, you will not see it working, but, you know, come back inside the next video and you will see it working. Giveaway coming up in the new year. We reached my goal of 100,000 views, so I'm going to do a giveaway to give back to all of you awesome subscribers, bringing me over 1,300 subscribers. I'm so humbled by that, guys. When I started this, I started it with a video where I didn't even say anything, and look what it became. Over 1,000 subscribers, lots of good friends, and we grew together, guys. We grew together. So that's a really awesome thing. And without further ado, I'm not going to talk y'all's head off too much. Let's get into the build. So take a look at this, and we'll be right back. We're back, and here are the supplies you're going to need to build something like this. Okay, I'm going to go through them. Pair of scissors. They don't have to be penny cutter scissors. I use penny cutter scissors because they cut through anything, and I like it like that. Fishes are freaking out behind me, guys. Sorry. Something to cut with, like a knife or a box opener, a razor, something. Big juice bottle. You know, a 1 liter would work better, but for this application, the 1 liter Coke bottles are kind of flimsy, and you might run into trouble with that. You're going to need 2 of these. I always forget the name inside the video, so we'll just move on. Y'all know what those are. You'll need 2 of these. You can use straight or 90 degree. I like the 90 degree. They make them, it's just easier to work with in my opinion. You'll need 2 of those to fit this size tubing, okay? Let me get it in screen for you. Alright, it's 3/8 inch by 1/4 inch by 20 feet, okay? You need 3/8 inch outside diameter, 1/4 inch inside diameter by 20 feet long, okay? It has to be 20 feet. You can go longer if you want, but going any shorter, it might not work, okay? If you want to go longer, you're going to need a hose buckler, I call them. You know, you stick one end of hose in there and the other end in there, and then you can join, make 40 feet or 30 feet or whatever. A little airline piece, so you can adjust how much air, except with this, you're going to be adjusting how much liquid is coming through. Okay? One of those, or something to the effect that, you know, you can adjust the flow of this. Alright? You'll need some kind of biological media. It could be DIY media, such as the scrubby pads. It could be bought media, such as BioBale, BioBalls, ceramic rings, just some type of biological media. Just do not use sand, okay? Sand, it's going to be tough for you to judge the flow going into it, and it can really clog up this type of filter. And then you'll need some zip ties, alright? So zip ties. And what we're going to do with all of these materials is we're going to turn this into a DIY or do-it-yourself denitrating coil filter. And what that does is it takes water from your tank, strips it of oxygen, goes into the inside of this bottle where the biological media sits, and then strips it of nitrates, and then drips back into your tank. Now notice I said dripped, guys, okay? When the water comes out of this filter, it is gonna be depleted of oxygen, okay? So you do not wanna overrun your tank and put a whole bunch of oxygen depleted water back in it, because you'll kill everything in there, okay? So don't do that. Not to mention flow rates are really important to this filter because you can build up some pretty harmful things with it, okay? So we'll go all over that. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you, kind of a rundown of what you're gonna do with this, and then I'll show you it completed, and we'll talk about it a little bit. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take your thick juice bottle, okay? Take your thick juice bottle, take the paper off of it, okay? Take the paper off. Then you wanna get your 3/8 inch by 1/4 inch ID by 20-foot tube, okay? You can get this at Home Depot. It's like $6 or $7. The rest of this stuff you should have laying around your fish room. If not, it's really cheap. But go pick you up some of this. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take one end of this and make sure you have, a good, I'd say maybe 5-6 inches of it, and then start wrapping it tightly around the bottle, okay? You're gonna wanna start at the top, make sure you have that length of tubing so you can, direct it to where it can go in here. All right, and then you're gonna wanna start wrapping it like a spiral all the way until you run out, and then leave another length about that long at the bottom. All right, so do that, and then you're going to want to take the media that you have, unscrew the top. Now it's important to start under the bridge of the top when you're wrapping it, because you want to get into there if you need to. So unscrew the top, stuff in your biological media, close the top, or well, before you close the top, take the top and drill 2 holes in it, okay? You got to drill 2 holes that'll fit these little monstrosities right here, okay? And then run a bead of silicone around them so they'll stay in place, all right? That's another reason you want to use one of these bigger type bottles, like a juice bottle, so you'll have room for both of these up at the top. Now, guys, this is just an idea of how to build this, okay? You can build it any way you want. This is just like a vessel for y'all to take, run with, and build your own. And, to be honest with you, if you want to build one of these after this video and show me how it can be done better or whatever, by all means, do it. Build it, make a video about it, and then post it and let me know so I can come watch it. I want to see that kind of stuff. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and throw all this together so you can get an idea about how it needs to look, or how I feel it needs to work. And then, we'll make another video another day to show you it working, and about how long you should wait to see results. So take a look at this and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so here it is all put together, okay, minus the media inside of the bottle. But this is what I mean whenever I mean wrap it like a spiral, okay? You start right under the lip of the cap, okay? And as long as you can still get in it, it's okay however you want to start it like that. And then you want to zip cord it to where it'll stay there, alright? Now you can use silicone or whatever, but it's going to take a long time to dry. And this is just a lot faster, especially if you're going to make a video about it. Then you want to wrap it tightly to where, you end up at the bottom, and then you want to zip cord it again to where the bottom will stay. So you can see that there. Now, the 290s, this first one, I said wrong inside the video. I'm making this a different way. But you're going to want to make this to where, right there, okay? To where it's still in the side. And then I'm trying to do this as cheaply as possible. So that's why I told you only need 2, alright? And like I said, if you have a better way of building it, make a video and I'd love to see it. But anyways, you do that, and then it's right there, it's in there, blah, 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 blah. You'll drill a second hole, okay? For use with this same diameter tubing, it'll be worth picking up 2 rolls, but use the same diameter, and then you want to drill a hole that's slightly smaller, okay? Slightly smaller, then you jam it in there, and like I said before, run a bead of silicone all the way across on the top, and run some silicone underneath it as well, okay? Now, the tube that you stick inside the top, it'll go down a little bit to where, you know, it's in the bottle. You want that because the silicone that you're putting on there, you don't want it to accidentally get inside the tubing and block the flow, alright? Because that tubing that you're putting in there, that's going to be the exit for this, okay? Now, where the water is going to enter and how this works is the water is going to enter right here. Now, like I said before, there's tons of different ways to make these. That one that I used to have sitting over there running this 120 gallon, I used 4-inch PVC and I wrapped this type of tubing all the way around the inside of it. It was 4 inches by 4 feet. And I think it ended up being a few hundred feet of this tubing. So, you know, it was a big one, alright? And it did its job. So, water's going to enter here. Now, when water enters here, it's going to spiral through this tubing. Now, guys, you're going to need, you know, a decent pump to run this, alright? Now, you got to consider you're pushing water through 20 feet of tubing. Then, water's going in here, and it still needs to fill up in here and exit through the tube that's coming out of the top, and then still have enough flow to drip back into the tank. Now, I'll show y'all the pump that I use inside the next video when we see this bad boy working and stuff, but I mean, you want at least 400 gallons per hour. Or, I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, you might be able to run one with less or, you know, whatever, but my opinion, 400 gallon per hour pump would do this beauty right. That way you get good flow, and you still have plenty of pressure to come through there and drip back into the tank. Now, with the tubing that exits the top, that's where your little air valve piece comes in, to where you can adjust how much water is coming out. Let me try to get this in focus, okay? You want to drip this, you know, no more than, I mean, like 1-2 drops per second. That still may be a little fast, okay? Now, what happens if you run water through this too fast? What's going to happen is you're going to create nitrites. Not nitrates, but nitrites. Water's going to come through here way too fast. And once it goes through this, it's going to come out because, I mean, it's going to come out as nitrite infested water, alright? Because it simply does not have enough contact time through all of this surface area to break down those nitrites and turn them into nitrates. Now, if you run it too slow, you're going to end up with hydrogen sulfide, or yeah, something like that. You know, that gas that builds up inside saltwater tanks inside of the substrate? Hydrogen sulfide. I believe that's what it's called. And you'll know that you're getting hydrogen sulfide water when you smell rotten eggs, okay? If you're doing that, it's way too slow. You want to bump up the flow just a little bit coming out of your dripper, alright? Those are the two things that can go wrong with this. Now, both of those can kill fish. Of course, one is much more deadly than the other, but both of them can definitely kill fish. So guys, you really want to take your time when you're getting this dialed in to run on a tank, alright? Now, what I suggest, because it is such a slow flow rate coming out of this filter, is just keep an eye on it and let it drip into a 5-gallon bucket until you get nitrate-free water. That's nitrate-free water, okay? That way, when it's dripping into the 5-gallon and you're getting nitrites, you're not hurting your fish. Or if it's dripping into the 5-gallon and you're getting rotten egg smelling water, you're not getting hydrogen sulfide and killing your fish, okay? So that way, you know, you're running it safe until you get it dialed in. And of course, I'll take y'all through that through the next few videos we do on this filter. Just thought it was time to build something for y'all, show y'all how easy it is and stuff like that.